Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Check. 20. Hey, alert 33. Tighten up. Kings.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Greystone, grab it. Switch it. Watch out. Kings. Run.
Mayfield down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards. On the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, Bernard. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Let's go now. 10 logo. Bring it. Check.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
X3, 218, chop.
Now Chubb running right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, exit.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
61, match box, black, Lee Griffin.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First and 10.
81. Hey, Zoo.
First down, Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Run.
Here's Bernard. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Check, crunch. 36.
Alert.
Now a give, right side. Bernard, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his lock on third down. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
First down, Carolina.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
60 outlaw.
15, check my 15. Double dog, that's the way.
Block off a play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check nickel.
Blue draw quarter. Check 9. Get it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. 22 jet bomber. Sponge. No. Go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
60 Pittsburgh. Bam. Shoot.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
64.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. A strong running. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First down, Panthers.
Ready, break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Hey, watch it.
General West.
It's a give to Freeman running right. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6-6. Bullet high. Check. Topper.
Now Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
So nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Third and long for Mayfield. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mayfield now from the 50. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cordell Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Sam on. Ready?
Block now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set. Check 15, check 15.
Christian, travel. Bravo.
Hey, 50 to mark.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Come on, set. 10 over. Rock it. Fight.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. To throw on 3rd down. Locke drops it off for Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, set, 60 or.
Watch the out.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check pass. Check pass. Check.
Up.
Now a give, right side. Bernard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken near the 13. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here. He's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run again with Bernard. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. You got 3 guys.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught. It's Miller. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
59,
the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see, 99 yards of field in front of you.
And it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back 25.
What we got?
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Mike's 50. Here we go.
Hey, box truck.
Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, Ryan. This is caught by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Mike's 50. Watch your slap.
Ready to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run. Chubb about 3 yards there to the 27. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch. Check three.
80 weapons.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
280. Back 25.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on out. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
11. 21.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Chubb. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Again, here's Bernard. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Bernard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down now, Bernard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. Third down here.
South!
58, come on!
Go!
Rip left! 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on 22! Hey, red Blitz, red Blitz, red Blitz. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Just like that.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a carry for Bernard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And let's kick it.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Switch up.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
180.
Check. 53's Mike.
And watch the leg.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through